Let's face it, we all have been going through a rough patch as of late. Business development and sales, it hasn't been, let's say, an easy ride. And I fully get it because I'm in the same boat with you. So what can we do differently right now to actually get over the hurdle and become more successful, have more fun at what we do again, build our energy levels again, and make sure that we get some results on the board, knowing that we are doing things well and right. This is exactly the episode that we're embarking on today, and I welcome you back. Let's dive into it right away. 5 ways to build success in sales and business development right now. Let's jump into it. First things first is it's important that we reconnect with our purpose, because I feel that at times people, in these last few months, as we have kind of, been slammed with these, social distancing measures, staying at home, and, the lockdown status that we all had to endure at some point in time. Imagine what it does on your mental and emotional life. It actually affects you, whether you like it or not. It kind of really knocks you in the face and gives you an uppercut like Muhammad Ali would have done, or Mike Tyson. And you just have to kind of endure it. And it's easier said than done. So it's important, again, that we remind ourselves of that what we are doing, what the purpose is of it all. Why are we doing what we're doing? Are we, delivering products and services that we fully stand behind, that we believe in, that we like, that we trust, that we can see the value in ourselves, yeah? And as we help more people with it, how is it benefiting us? How is that, let's say, helping us to live a life by design and, help us to achieve our dreams? It's important, again, that you reconnect with what gives you your spark, what gives you your purpose. And it's important that we remind ourselves of that purpose on a day-to-day basis, especially when the going gets tough. Second thing then is connect. I'm the first one to put up my hand that I made, in a way, a bit of a mistake when I last year kind of walked away from my peer group, a networking organization that I, went to every week, and where, I thought I could spare myself the time and invest it in some other things out there. But what I actually forgot really is how much satisfaction I derive from being in a room with like-minded people that all are in it to help each other win together. And I kind of really now realize that I actually disconnected by taking myself out of that situation and not seeing them anymore on that regular basis. And so it's important that you, again, also remind yourself of who is it that lifts you, that builds your spark, that lights you up, that helps you to grow, that helps you to feel great about yourself, and where you're effectively also connecting with other people that you care about. Now, that's all good and well if you have family members and friends, but I'm really talking now at a professional level as well, right? It's important that we keep our connections, that we fuel our connections. And the only way we can do that is by spending time together in a meaningful way. We're human beings and we crave connection. Next thing is number 3 is listening. I think it's important, again, that as we riding these waves of change and transformation and challenges and, ups and downs, so to speak, the emotional roller coaster is definitely there. It's important that we, again, listen, not just to ourselves with our purpose and, what really lights us up, but that we really also look at listening to those very people out there that are already our clients, or might become a client, or just are people that we might help on the way to another client. And so how can we listen with utmost care? So not just carefully in terms of what people are saying, but really in terms of care. How can you care? How can you almost kind of, put jet fuel into your care factor that allows you to listen differently to people, that allows you to hear out what people are not necessarily saying, but effectively feeling or going through or experiencing or might be thinking. And that you cannot really listen for it unless you are truly caring about them. There's something magical that happens when people are in their heart, not just in their mind. And when you are in your heart, you, first of all, remove all the barriers and the armor and the personas that all of us at some stage have adopted. And I can tell you, if you are on the other end, if somebody is talking to you and you got your armor up, you got your persona up, you got your, your defense mechanisms up, it's not very inviting for them to come along and open up to you, because they can tell that you're already closed anyway. And so whether we are closed-minded or closed-hearted, or we just got all the armor up, all of that is sabotaging us in our business development and sales activities. And so therefore, I encourage you, I kind of invite you to open up first and then allow yourself to fully listen. Not listening with an agenda of, hey, let me find something so that I can potentially sell something to these people. You really listen first, from human to human, and looking to help these people. Whether you can do it with your products or services or not, it doesn't matter. As long as you do that, you really listen truthfully, authentically, genuinely, and very magnetically. And that is really what it's all about here. Next thing then here is number 4. It's about helping, as I already touched on it. How can we help others with our solutions, and solutions that we also come up with together? So we might already have certain solutions worked out. They're pretty much off the shelf. They're ready to go, and we can just pull them off the shelf and put them into somebody's hands, into some sort of household, in a business, whatever it might be. We're ready to go with a product and or service ready-made. But then there's also certain people right now that, as you are listening, that they are not really looking for that pre-made thing. They are looking for something unique and different that is catering to a certain specific situation right now. And so it's important that we are mindful that certain people will want to come up with a new sort of approach, a new design, a new solution, a new product, a new service that you can actually create together. And so these are co-creations. And so as you're helping, don't be too set into your existing products and services. Allow yourself to open up to the idea that you might come up with something far better than what you might already have in store, and that this is going to be the exact right solution for that client. Last but not least here is prioritizing. I'm actually going to show in just a moment 2 examples of people on how they can prioritize better. Because I hear so many people now say that, they kind of lost their mojo, and they kind of they're so distracted. They're working at home, they're away from the office. It's a slower burn. There's distractions around with kids that might be in the back end, babies that have to be fed, a gardener that is mowing the lawns right next door, whatever it might be. There's distractions right now. And these distractions take us away from being highly performant at what we do. And therefore, it's important that we again familiarize ourselves with prioritizing. How do we prioritize? What daily actions are we going to favor over others? Which means we're going to invest more time and effort into some that are more worthwhile, whilst others we're going to creatively procrastinate on, or we might even defer them altogether, or we might outsource them or delegate them to someone else. So how, again, can we really use this right now in this day and age? Because time management in a way has to be reinvented, given circumstances that we found ourselves in right now.